Hey. So I decided to do another advice video. This time I'm pulling exclusively from Reddit, but I would like to remind everyone. I can give advice, but I can't guarantee that it works out. Look at my life, and I am not the shining example of what you want. But when life hands you lemons, get the booze. Alright, first question. How do I tell a friend to stop talking to me? I've been friends with her since we were 12, and since then, she has always been rude and left me out all the time. I had no other friends, so I considered her as a real friend. Not a great reason to consider them a real friend. I'm now in high school. First year was okay. We hung out as normal. However, this year she was really rude, met new people, and tried her best to make me look horrible in front of them. She talked behind my back, called me names. Now I'm moving schools in the new year. I can't deal with this anymore. However, when COVID made schools close, I was happy because it was time for me to stop talking to her completely. She would Snapchat me from time to time, and I left her unopened. And she asked me why I haven't been responding. She's a horrible person. I have so many horrible memories because of her. And she only contacts me when she needs me for something. So I just leave her on red. Today she Snapchatted me again, asking why I haven't been responding. I seriously just want to tell her to fuck off. How do I sternly tell her to stop messaging me? Well, I believe you already know the answer. Sternly. Now, it would feel good to just go the fuck off, yell and scream and name call. I think that would probably cause retaliation. There's always a response. Try to tell her as politely and respectfully as you can. And it probably won't work, but it might. Most likely, she will come back and ask you, why? Why? And that's when you get more stern. Why? Because I don't like you very much. You don't treat me good. You have new friends that you like better, and I'm going to a new school where I'm going to make new friends that I'm going to get along with better. We're just not good friends. I wish you the best, but there's no need to keep messaging me. That would be my advice, but you may have to resort to name calling and being an asshat. Sometimes it has to go that far to get people to leave you the fuck alone. But I do wish you the best of luck, and I hope just a polite, I don't want to be your friend anymore, will work. Alright, this last question is a long one, and it's a serious one. So please bear with me. I'm a 33-year-old male, and I'm sad every day, and I've wasted my life. I'm finding it harder to keep going and really need some help right now. I'm turning 34 soon, and the realization that I'm getting closer to 40 has forced me to confront some things about myself. First of all, I'm not happy with my life, and honestly can't remember the last time I ever felt happy. Secondly, while I'm a quiet person, I've been avoiding a lot of things in my life due to anxiety and lingering fears from bad experiences in my childhood. Lastly, despite being an adult, I have no idea what sort of career I want, and I'm running out of time to pursue one. I tend to be quite emotionally sensitive, socially awkward, take things too seriously, dwell on negative experiences, and have a tendency to direct blame on myself when things go wrong. All this, plus the fact that I was a shy, self-conscious kid, made my school years difficult. As I got older, I became increasingly withdrawn. I lied to myself and others that this change was because I didn't like being around people. I realize now that I just wanted to stop getting hurt all the time. Looking back, there were some people in my high school years who did try to be my friend, but I pushed them all away. Now I have no friends at all. Since then, I've gone on to avoiding continuing my education, learning how to drive, looking for a relationship, traveling, joining clubs, and really anything other than going to work and doing the bare minimum necessary to stay alive. I've spent almost every day of my life feeling vaguely depressed, except for the occasions when I feel sad enough to cry. But I always manage to push those feelings down by distracting myself with games or movies. I've learned to put on a convincing poker face so my parents and my coworkers have no idea how sad I really am. I don't want to be like this anymore. I can't keep living like this. The problem is, I don't know how to climb out of this pit I've dug for myself. I'm not at the point where I'm suicidal, but I don't see much of a reason for sticking around if this is all I have to look forward to. Making things worse is that even after admitting all of this to myself, I can't seem to come up with any idea of what exactly I want to do with my life. Most people seem to be passionate about things, while my big ambition is to just find a decent enough job to live comfortably and find a partner to start a family with. I can't even figure out how I'd go about achieving this dream either. If I'm completely honest, I'm also still afraid of doing anything, and have been procrastinating about making any big changes. I feel so awful writing about this here. There are other people on this Reddit sub with more serious problems than me, so on top of everything, I can add a helping of guilt to my depression. I'm sorry for making this into such a long post. I need help. I know I have a lot of problems, but I don't know what to do, and I don't have anyone to turn to for help. Too long didn't read. I'm entering my mid-30s and have no friends, no relationship ever, a job with low pay, limited education, and a long history of avoiding things due to a long history of being bullied. I want to change my life, but I have no idea how or what career to even pursue. I'm also still afraid of making changes to my life, despite how sad I feel. Alright, this is a lot to process, so I'll get to answering this, but first, never, ever feel guilty for asking for help. This bullshit of my problem doesn't equal their problem. It's not a fucking competition, alright? You're sad, you want help, and you ask for help. That's good. Never feel bad for reaching out for help. It's the right thing to do. No need to feel guilty. Ever. Alright, now this is going to take a while. It was a long one. I don't mind. I hope you don't mind. Got a few things to go through. Now, again, I'm not a professional here. I'm just someone that's been through some shit. So, you don't have a career. You don't know what career you want. You don't know. Why does it matter? Why do you need a career? And I know we're all brought up with this idea that, you know, your mom's at the hairdresser and with her friends, and my son's a doctor, mine's an attorney. Well, my son, he sells t-shirts at concerts. Ah. Okay. Now, does that mean one's better off than the other? Maybe money-wise, but, you know, dude's going to concerts, selling t-shirts, probably not as stressed out as the attorney, and has much more of a life than the doctor. So yeah, it doesn't mean happiness. It's a status symbol, nothing more. If you don't know what type of career you want or what job you're supposed to do, then who cares? It's not clearly not going to please you to bust your ass and nose to the grindstone on a job you don't care about. So, who cares? Fuck the career. Work a job that gives you enough money to do stuff that you want and enough spare time to do stuff that you want. That's it. You're running out of time. You're 33. I'm not sure what kind of time limit you have. I'm a lot older, and I've got plenty of time to make all kinds of mistakes in life. I'm nowhere near done fucking up. And I may even get a few things right here and there. I got plenty of time. You do too. It's alright. Fuck a career. Life is what matters. Loneliness. No friends. You push everyone away. Yeah. You said that great line. You thought and you told yourself and others that you didn't like being around people. But in honesty, you are just scared of being hurt. Now that's a level of insight into yourself that a lot of people don't have. It's really difficult for people to realize the reasons that they do stuff and to recognize their feelings. Usually people spend a lot of time in therapy to have those breakthrough moments, right? You're ahead of the curve, but you need therapy. Now I know, everyone says therapy, and then you get others say, oh, my therapist is terrible. Yeah, some therapists are awful, and it doesn't have to be a therapist. You can go to a counselor or a religious person, your rabbi, your priest, your imam, whatever. The old bartender, right? Doesn't matter. All that matters is being able to express yourself and talk your way through what you're feeling, why you're feeling it. YouTube is my therapist got me to start making YouTube videos. YouTube is my therapy. And I'm not saying that's going to work for you. I don't know what will work for you. And to be honest, no one does. Not even you. That's why you got to try something. Try therapy. Or some form of it. You haven't gone back to further your education. So, again, why does it matter? Unless you are looking for a specific job that requires that degree or requires that education, what's the reason for going? It's just a status symbol. It's just, I have a degree. I have a degree in theater. Worthless. But it gives me prestige. Right? I am an RN. Woo! I'm not working as an RN. So, am I really an RN? No, not really. Driving? Do it. Just do it. You talk about family and coworkers. Reach out to one of them. Tell them, hey, I don't drive. I can't drive. I kind of like to learn how. Could you help me? Because it's going to do two things. One, you're going to learn how to drive. You should learn how to drive. And two, you're going to force yourself into a situation where you have to actually communicate and interact with someone. Sometimes we have to do that. We have to force ourselves. I took a class on knitting. Yeah, because it got me out of the house and had me sit down with people and communicate. I know. Dating. Yeah. Dating is just like the friendship thing, right? It's scary. You got to put yourself out there. In a lot of ways, dating is kind of easier than making friends. But in a lot of ways, it's worse. They have Tinder and Grindr and POF. Plenty of fish. Yeah. I'm old. Right? They used to have Craigslist. It sucks and it's scary. You know, you're afraid of getting rejected. But being rejected just means you're right where you were. You're not losing anything. You're just sort of embarrassing yourself. That's a big part of life. You gotta be able to put yourself out there and embarrass yourself. Get drunk and sing karaoke. I made a video of terrible drunken karaoke. It's one of the most embarrassing things I can think of. And I published it online for everyone to laugh at what an idiot I am. It's not easy. But it helps me. Maybe it can help you. Traveling. Yeah, backpacking across Europe, probably not something to jump in on right away. It's scary. If you have no pets, I'm not sure where you're located, and that doesn't matter. If you live in Seattle, Washington, right, then you can jump on a train that will take you up through Canada. It's like a 48-hour little trip, right? See the sights, it's lovely. If you are in Cincinnati, Ohio, then Gatlinburg, Tennessee has, you can go and do like zip lining, and there's like 5 or 6 different things, right? Just boom. Pick a spot that's like over a little bit, not 100 miles away, but like the next town over, a couple hours away, that has some event that you can go to, right? Maybe take a cruise. They're easy and someone else is in charge. You can just sort of stumble along and follow the line. It's a good way to cut your teeth on traveling. And, you know, baby steps, right? You talk about hiding your feelings and having a good poker face. Not to keep repeating myself, but therapy. Yeah, it's scary as hell to expose yourself to family. To open up and share your feelings with family or people that you're close to. But a therapist or a minister or a bartender, who cares? You never have to see them again. You can open up, spill your guts. You can make a YouTube channel where you're not showing your face. You're just talking into the microphone, telling stories. Whatever. Or you can even use the text-to-speech thing. You need to let your feelings out. This Reddit post is great, right? It's kind of like a blog, right? You're putting yourself out there. It's fantastic. It's amazing. It's scary. But getting those things out makes them real. And when they're real, you can start to manage them and handle them. No passion. You talk about, you don't have passion to do anything, right? I'm not sure that anyone, and definitely not everyone, has this burning passion to do something. I mean, living life, having peace and quiet. May not sound passionate, but fuck, it sounds pretty nice. Your big ambitions. Being ambitious can be a good quality. It can also be a bad quality, being too ambitious. There is nothing wrong with wanting a peaceful, quiet life. All I want is just my whiskey, some video games to play, and just not have to stress and worry about everything all the time. Yeah. Staying home, playing video games, starting a little family. It may sound like small ambition to you, but it sounds like a really good life. You apologize multiple times, and you talk about you blame yourself, and you feel guilty about even wasting people's time. You talk like you're the most unimportant, worthless person in the world. You're not. You do matter. You do. Put yourself out there, and yeah, there's going to be some failures and some embarrassment, but you're hard on yourself already. Is it really going to be that much worse? You never know. It could change everything. I really, really hope that what I say or what someone else says helps you out. You deserve that meager happiness. You deserve it. And don't feel bad about asking for it or getting it. I truly wish you the best. And thank you for the post. I really enjoyed it.